basketball. This week on USF basketball, we go inside the head of the new leader of the Bulls.
Our program is based on establishing a foundation of habits of success. And the only way you build that is daily, focusing in on your task at hand and trying to incrementally get better daily. That's it. Every day, going out, trying to become a little better schoolwork, a little better person, a little better socially, and a little better on the court. If you can do that on a constant basis now, we're human beings, we make errors, we make mistakes, and it's not always just a steady climb. It's ups and downs and ups and downs, and that's part of being a human and growing. You're gonna have your peaks and valleys, but over the long haul, if you keep bouncing back and keep working towards progressing, then over your lifespan, you would have had success. And as coaches and mentors, the people that I've worked under and have had the privilege to study under, get coached by, that's all they always preached, is trying to get the best out of you so that you can have success. You gotta start defining some roles a little bit better.
Coach O also grants us exclusive access.
Now, if you look at it, stat-wise, Dre, De Niro, and Bo, the three of you guys are 2 for 19 from 3. De Niro, you did an unbelievable job penetrating, getting to the basket, getting threes a traditional way.
We'll see firsthand how passionate he is about his team, and we'll learn what it will take to get the Bulls to the next level.
Well, you know, it's part of our challenge as coaches is, as you get to know your team, identifying who has that fire in them at a greater, that's burning a little greater than everyone else. The easiest thing to do is then highlight that, identify that, and try to use that to ignite others on your team. And take some of that fire and implement it on other guys on your team so that you have a team of guys that are playing with that kind of passion, energy, fight. All those things are what you would identify as fire.
We'll also take a look back at the Bulls in action. Don't go anywhere, more USF basketball when we return.
You're getting prepared, pay attention. You're getting prepared to play against guys that are smaller than you, who are gonna try to beat you off the bounce. All right, so you gotta be able to get down, sit, move your feet. If you can't, then you can't play. The teams that you can get to fall in love with the process of the work are the teams that love to come to practice, because they then start to appreciate that that's where the value is. The games on Friday nights, Saturday nights, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or whatever they are, that's the stage, that's where you get to go highlight. But the actual work, when we go out and recruit, we want kids to come watch us practice. We want them to see how we interact with the staff and the student athletes, because that's where the value is, that's where they get better. The games are results of the process. Good, just move your feet. Good, 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 good. For all intents and purposes, we want to contest it. You are not going to block your own man's shot. Got it? The shots that you're gonna block are coming from the weak side. And so as you're defending right now, all you're doing is keeping them in front, contesting. Let's get to the habit of doing that. If someone's gonna block it in the paint, it's gonna be coming off the weak side. I don't want you guys to get in the habit of leaving your feet and getting fouls off after you defended your tails off. All right? So let's see it. Let's go. I don't want you negating the hard work of defending because the guy ball fakes you and you leave your feet. You just defend. If he makes a shot with you in front of him, that's on me. Trust the numbers. The odds are in our favor if you don't leave your feet and you don't foul. Don't reach in. They get in the paint in here. The same way, what happened when you penetrated? What'd they do? He hit you with his chest. Hands went up, and you got an offensive foul called on you. That's how we got to do it. You understand? They get in here. You got to be tough enough to keep your hands up and hit them with your body. Our practices are very fast. They're very competitive. And because that's the way we want to play. We want to play fast. We want to be able to think fast. We want to be able to process quicker than the defense is, and we want to stress the defense. Now, you're going to play against teams that do a good job of getting back on defense, and that's when then you have to go to your half-court situations, get into executing, get into the proper screening, get into focusing in on your responsibility for that possession, doing your job for our team in that possession. If the rest of your teammates are worried about us, and you're doing a hell of a job, it's coming from behind. Here we go. Our responsibility, when you talk about us, when I say us, I mean the team. When I talk to the team, I talk to them about us. If you are playing for us, then you are doing your job. You're giving us the best version of you on every possession. And that's what our challenge is, to try to get the best version of you on every possession so that you can be responsible for your job, so your teammate knows that you're doing your best job, and then he can do his job the best he can to the best of his ability. And you get a group of guys doing that. Now you have a great team that's competing, that's building trust, that's communicating, that will allow you to compete against anybody in the country.
Still to come on USF basketball, we learn why USF is the place to be.
If your son chooses to come to the University of South Florida, he's going to get an unbelievable education, be a part of a great college experience, great college community, be in an unbelievable city in Tampa, get a chance to play in an unbelievable facility, seats 10,000, practice every day in a brand new practice facility. They'll also get an opportunity to play a style of basketball that's going to be fun, challenging. It's not going to be easy, but it will be fun and exciting.
USF Basketball Run With Us is brought to you by Florida Prepaid, Kane's Furniture, Tampa General Hospital, UPS, and USF Health. Don't go anywhere. More USF basketball when we return. Bulls and Georgia Southern meeting for the first time in 3 years, Monday night at the Sundome. First half highlights. We'll see the Bulls move inside and get good percentage shots early in this game. Anthony Collins takes it in the paint for an easy two to get us started. Then underneath the basket, Chris Perry takes the pass. Nice finish for the big guy. He had a double-double for the Bulls. USF on the attack again. Bo Ziegler is free. He drops it in off the glass. Nice pass by Denaro Mercurius. Mercurius may have had his best game as a Bull in this one. 13 points and 2 rebounds as the Bulls continue to attack the basket. There's the block by Ruben Guerrero. Now the Bulls in transition. Nehemias Murillo, 2 of his 11 points on the game. Bulls offense effective early on against Georgia Southern. Anthony Collins to the outside this time, and the jumper is good. It's Corey Allen Jr. The long-range game starting to click for the Bulls as USF's leading scorer hits threes in succession for the Bulls. Now work on the offensive boards for USF. It's Guerrero again, the left hand, the follow. The first-year Bull had 4 points and 5 rebounds. Bull's going to race it down court again. Here's Chris Perry getting things started. Finds Murillo into the paint, attacking the basket, gets the hoop. USF and the Eagles staying close first half. Now Perry going to start lighting it up. He led the Bulls with 16 points. He led the Bulls with 12 rebounds, showing the wide assortment of shots he's got to help USF's offense. USF has a lot of youth. Georgia Southern has a lot of experience, including fifth-year senior Trent Wiedemann. He wound up with 17 points, 7 rebounds, showed a great shooting touch from the floor, going 8 of 13 on the evening. But as good as Wiedemann was, it was another senior that wound up being the main weapon for Georgia Southern. Guard Jelani Hewitt came in averaging 21 points per game, left the Sun Dome on this evening with 33 points, including 5 of 8 from three-point range, 9 of 15 from the floor, 10 of 12 from the free throw line, and the Bulls were down 4 at the half. The game was determined early in the second half when Georgia Southern came out of the locker room and scored 12 points in a row. Outstanding work and second chances on the offensive glass, and continued terrific outside shooting from Jelani Hewitt. And all of a sudden the Bulls were down 16 points to a very determined Georgia Southern team. Don't look for any quit in the Bulls, though. They came storming back. Chris Perry hitting shots from the paint as USF closes the gap. Anthony Collins hitting from the free throw line. And the Bulls worked on the offensive boards. Dinero Mercurius gets the rebound and the putback as the Bulls get ever closer. Defense helped turn it around for the Bulls. They blocked 9 shots, including this one by Chris Perry. On the other end, it's an easy 2 for Ruben Guerrero. Just a few moments later, Troy Holston Jr. with the steal, some nifty passing, and it's Mercurius again, able to drop it in. The Bulls got back to within 3 points. But down the stretch, the veteran Georgia Southern team made all the shots, made all the plays, and were able to pull away from the Bulls right at the finish. When it was over, Georgia Southern had a 5-point victory, their 5th win of the young season. Let's go back to the early season to look at a dramatic win for USF. Bulls and Hofstra both 3-1, and the Bulls get the offense cranked up early. Nehemiah Murillo, a breakout game, 15 points, hits from the baseline. Then it's Anthony Collins stepping just inside 3 to add 2 more. Underneath the basket, Jaleel Cousins working hard off the glass and in. And here's Corey Allen Jr., Bulls' leading scorer on the night. He had 18. Bo Ziegler chipped in 12. He goes off the glass. Bulls moved it back behind the arc for some great shooting as well. Here's Murillo, one of his 3 three-pointers. He was 6 out of 13 from the floor, had 6 rebounds to go with those 13 points. Hofstra made some good defensive plays as well, though a couple of takeaways coming up will lead to easy baskets. Up the court comes Wanya Green, 2 of his 17 for the Pride. And almost in the same spot, they take it away again. This is going to lead to a 3. It's Amin Tanksley. He hit 5 three-pointers on the game, had 20 points for the Pride. Great outside shooting all night long by Hofstra. Bulls down 6 at the half. On to the second half, and the Bulls continue to shoot the ball well. Nehemiah Murillo from the right side for 2, and then from the left side for 2. Anthony Collins had a good offensive game, 8 points to go along with those 12 assists. Couple of quick jumpers for him. This is still early second half for the Bulls. Collins can't find a shot this time. He does find Bo Ziegler, though, for the easy lay-in. Ziegler 6 of 9 from the floor. Hofstra lit it up from long range all night long. Amin Tanksley, the lefty from the corner, and this is not a replay. Same thing just a moment later. 11 three-pointers in this game for the Pride. The Bulls counter with some good shooting of their own. Baseline jumper from Corey Allen. This one doesn't go, but Dinero Mercurius right there to pick up the offensive board and drop it back in. All the while, the Bulls still shooting well from outside. There's Murillo again just inside the three-point line. And just outside the three-point line is Corey Allen Jr. He was 3 of 4 from behind the arc, including these two in the second half. Bulls with a turnover here, taken away by Anthony Collins. He'll find Murillo. This time it won't fall for Nehemias, but again, good work on the boards. It's Bo Ziegler off the glass and in with the offensive rebound. Bulls were shooting well from outside, but they got it in the paint too. Nifty pass there, and there's an easy dunk for Ziegler. Corey Allen Jr. can get you the three, but he can get to the basket too. Uncontested layup there. Here's Ziegler again. Nice reverse for 2 for the Bulls. And Dinero Mercurius off the out-of-bounds play for an easy 2. Bulls cranking up the threes again. There's Corey Allen Jr., his third and final one of the game for the Bulls as USF came back in this second half. Anthony Collins looking inside. There's his guy, Chris Perry, for the two-pointer. And the Bulls coming back in the second half against Hofstra. Here is the game winner for Hofstra if it goes, but Bo Ziegler provides the defense. The Bulls win it by 1. Don't go anywhere. More USF basketball when we return.
Well, your son is going to want to come and be a part of the University of South Florida if he wants to get challenged, if he wants to be a part of a program that's going to be very competitive, that's going to get challenged every day in the classroom, that's going to get challenged socially. Your son is going to want to come to South Florida if he wants to be the foundation of what this program is going to be. He's got a great opportunity to come and learn from some wonderful coaches on our staff, guys that have experience at all levels, that have helped produce pros at all levels, and that have helped young men become positive members of society.
We're building something special. Do you want to be part of something special, or do you just want to be the status quo going somewhere else and being just a part of the guys? We've had 50 All-Americans. I think it's an opportunity now to get on with a great program in a conference that has won a national championship. Can you meet the challenge? Do you want to be part of that, or you just want to be somebody else in a program?
I'm having a lot of fun here with Coach O. Like I said, he brings a lot of energy. He's always pushing me, outside of my normal, what I'm used to. He's just challenging me every day. I get a little down on myself, but I know he wants, the best for me and the best for the rest of my teammates. So that's what I like most about him.
When student athletes leave here, I would want them to have learned, the importance of teamwork, obviously, getting along with other people, coming together to unite for one goal. And, at the end of the day, when you're outside of these basketball walls and you go to that 9 to 5 in that business world, that's what it's about. It's about teamwork, being together, coming together for one common goal, being able to sacrifice, also being able to step up and lead. And I think basketball gives you all those tools.
For the latest on Bulls basketball, log in to gousfbulls.com. Follow Coach Antigua on Twitter at USFCoachO. Follow USF basketball on Twitter at USFMBB. This is Bulls basketball.